Welcome. So today I'm going to do some inspirational baking. And I say inspirational because you know the holiday cookie, the peanut butter kiss cookie? So there's a theory out there, while people are commenting and reviewing this cookie, that instead of doing the signature Hershey kiss in the center, they're saying use Hershey chips in the cookie, and it makes it a little bit more softer, and you get chocolate in every bite, and it's not hard to eat the cookie. So I'm all for exploring. Let's do this. All right, so to make these cookies, we're going to need, well, I'm doubling the recipe because already in my mind can think how it's going to be, and I'm going to use it for something. So as like a little thank you gift. So 2 sticks of butter in a stand mixer or a bowl. You can use like a hand mixer and mix it up. Get your paddle attachment. Mix in 1 cup brown sugar, 1 cup sugar. Mix it. We're going to mix it until it's really light and kind of fluffy, probably 2 to 3 minutes. A side note, it is important to keep your mixer mixing for the time for the butter and sugar to get together, because what it's doing is like beating down the sugar to incorporate with the butter. Like it's literally dissolving it. So this is why we do this, to help the baking process so our products don't get any grittiness to it. All right, now this has been mixing, and we're going to go ahead and add in our eggs. And it calls for milk and vanilla all together, 1 container. Make life simple and do it that way. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Still keep it mixing. Add in your milk and your eggs and your vanilla. You're going to mix it until it's incorporated. And then we're going to scrape the bowl. All right, scraping the bowl, making sure it's all clean. Once we get the bowl scraped, we're going to add in creamy peanut butter. Now, let me be clear. I use Jif's regular peanut butter. You can do a really nice, fine, really good peanut butter. I find for this application, I don't know if it completely matters if it's all natural or not in this application. And I say that to be mindful of where you put your money. Like if you're going to eat really natural, good peanut butter, then eat it with celery in your apples. Eat it in a process where it's not going to be like combined with other stuff, and you're not really getting the true nutrients. That's why I say that. So anyhow, peanut butter, 1 cup in the egg and butter sugar mixture. I like to really make sure all my stuff is scraped through clean. No waste on my behalf. All right, on the mixer it goes again. Mix it up until it's incorporated. This process isn't going to take too long. We're just incorporating it. We don't want to over mix it because the peanut butter can break down in the mixture. So that's why we don't over mix it. All right, that's mixed. Again, we're going to scrape the bowl again. If you've never scraped the bowl, get in the habit. You distribute all your ingredients that are not being mixed up correctly. You're just given an opportunity to do so. All right, now we're going to add in the flour, the baking soda, and the salt. Again, I mise en place. Mise en place means get my stuff together ahead of time in a bowl. Put it all in the bowl. Now we're going to throw it in this. Now, before I turn the mixer on, I'm going to add in my chips. Now, some people are like, no, don't do that. That's going to ruin the mixer. Oh, like the purpose of that is so the chips do not fall. And yes, you can totally toss the chips in another bowl of flour and make another bowl of mess, or we can just throw it all together. As a matter of fact, you could throw it in the bowl that we originally had it in, all the stuff in, is to help save. So bags of Hershey chips are going in next. And I'm really kind of excited to see this concept because, I mean, the Hershey Kiss on the peanut butter cookie is a staple. Like, I don't know how we can disrupt that. However, I'm totally open to trying this and seeing how this is going to turn out. And I can't imagine it being bad. So, mixer on lightly. Just mix it until it comes together, until you see no more flour. Dough's in bowl. Now, you're probably wondering, like, Jen, we're just making peanut butter cookies with chocolate chips. Yes, in the shortened version of your answer, to answer your question, yes. However, the long version, this peanut butter kiss cookie is designed to bake with something in the middle of it. It's designed to hug it. It's designed to kind of harden, firm it up so it can hold the Hershey Kiss. Traditional peanut butter cookies are not all the same ingredients. So traditional peanut butter cookies are a little different and they're softer. They're not meant to hold a Hershey Kiss. So this is why I'm kind of interested to see how this is all going to work out. If you're really, this is like more into my mind how it works. Okay. So now we're going to have to chill this dough. But first, I like to scoop it and then put it in the fridge. Let it cool for a while. I say a while, at least an hour, depending on how cold your fridge is and how many people are going in and out of it. Got a lot of people going in and out of it, at least 3 hours. You could scoop it and put it in a Tupperware, freeze the dough, get back to it later in the day. Let's say in the evening, pull it out. The pucks are going to be hard. Put them on your tray. You can do it that way too. Whatever speaks to you. But let's get scooping. You can use an ice cream scoop, which is a 2-ounce size. To show you a scooping tip. So I scoop the dough and I put it against. I rub it against the container, and I cut off any dough that's hanging over. The trick is when you hit the release button, or handle, I'm sorry, when you hit release, use your thumb to pull it away to make the dough come out. All right, I have my cookie dough on the tray. I went with the 2-ounce portion instead in the refrigerator. I'm going to do mine for 3 hours. Okay, so our cookies have chilled. I popped them in the freezer, sped up the process, which you can too. We're going to get some granulated sugar, toss it in the bowl, and roll it around, just like we would the traditional one. Get it fully coated, place on the sheet tray. Cookies are all baked. Pop them in the oven at 350, and you're probably going to bake them at least, just go first round 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Rotate it and then put it on a different rack and then bake it for another 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Again, it depends on your ovens. And cheers. While the cookies are baking, you have this leftover sugar that you rolled them in. I don't suggest putting this sugar that you rolled the peanut butter cookies in your sugar canister. Put it in a separate bag. Save it for later if you know you're going to make more. If not, find other use for it. Do not. Again, if you don't care if it tastes like peanut butter, throw it back in your sugar container. But I like to save it, and therefore it's no waste. And I'm always baking, so I'll find another use for it. But yeah, just a helpful tip. All right, the cookies came out of the oven. Let's take a look. This is what you want them to look like. Nice. You know, dark brown and a little toasted on the bottom. But peanut butter cookies are always done when they start showing you the crackle. You're going to let them cool. It's room temp. And then you're going to enjoy. Okay, so the cookie has cooled. I'm going to break it in front of you. First look. Crumb on it. The chips. Let's take a bite. Cheers. It's just like the holiday cookie with chocolate in every bite. There's something to this. If you don't want the classic, you don't mind losing the big Hershey Kiss, go this route. Add the Hershey Kiss chips. Kind of see. Oops. Sugar. You get the crunch on the edges, like you would a traditional cookie, but it's soft and chewy. So I guess you have to let it sit for a couple days to see if it is true that it holds up, that it's soft. But I say enjoy it all year round now.